Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, you know the rest. Iain Dale has quit his job at LBC because he's planning to stand as a candidate in the upcoming general election. He's hoping to get the nod to be the Conservative Party candidate for Tunbridge Wells, and this will be Iain Dale's second attempt at getting a seat in Parliament, having previously stood in Norfolk North in 2005. Now, Tunbridge Wells seems like it might actually be a good shout for Iain Dale to get a safe Tory seat. They've returned a Conservative MP at every election since the constituency was formed in 1974, I think it was, and they've got just under a 27% majority from the 2019 general election. Now, that's a little bit higher than the 25% threshold that Tory campaign officials have said is cause for concern about a potential swing to the Labour Party. Plus, with Iain Dale having a bit of a nationally recognised name and face, it's possible that that might aid him in doing a little bit better than, say, a Tory councillor in the area. Now, my one hope, if he does get the nod, is that Led by Donkeys decide to assist him with his campaign and, buy up some billboard space around the Tunbridge Wells constituency. They could post any number of images of Iain Dale, when he has to deal with people in a scenario where he's not able to cut off somebody's phone or a microphone, such as in 2013 when he assaulted an anti-nuclear protester.
Okay, is that okay for sound? I don't think
Although Iain Dale has said that his two ambitions in life were to be a radio presenter and to be an MP, I'm not entirely sure he actually really does want to win this time around, for the simple reason that he's standing in Tunbridge Wells. Now again, while it might be a safe Tory seat, Iain Dale is not particularly fond of the place. This is what he had to say about Tunbridge Wells in an August 2022 edition of the podcast he hosts with Jackie Smith.
I have lived in Tunbridge Wells since 1997, slightly against my will, in that my partner comes from Tunbridge Wells and can't really imagine living anywhere else. I've never liked the place, still don't, and would happily live somewhere else.
The opposition's leaflets are practically writing themselves. Now, there's no word on who will be taking over Iain Dale's time slot on LBC, but if the change in the station's direction ever since they sacked Sangeeta Maiska is anything to go by, then take your pick from any number of pro-Israeli right-wing commentators. If I were a betting man, then I would say Kate Andrews of White Supremacist Weekly, otherwise known as The Spectator, and various Tufton Street dark money lobby groups would probably be somebody who LBC would consider giving the job to. Or maybe, I don't know, ever since they hired Vanessa Feltz from Talk TV and gave the station a more pro-Israeli, pro-right-wing stance, you could always try and poach somebody from there. Julia Hateful Bastard, for example, would be a prime candidate. She's got views that are just as odious as Iain Dale's, and likely get along with Nick Ferrari like a house on fire. Or if nobody from Talk Radio is available, they can always scour GBBs and see if they could pick up somebody from there. Somebody like Darren Crafty Wank Grimes, or the aspiring Alex Jones that is Neil Oliver. But even if none of them are available due to contractual obligations, let's not forget there's a few of Gammon Box News' cast-offs who've found themselves out of work who would probably appreciate a return to the mainstream media and at least a steady paycheck. You've got the sex pest Dan Wootton, you've got obviously the racist failed actor and man who resembles a freshly wanked cock, Lawrence Fox, or Sideshow God. Hey, Global, have your people give their people a call. Incidentally, I actually would find it quite funny if any one of the three of them got the gig, for one simple reason. You just know James O'Brien will yet again have to go back to his act of slamming them when they say something racist, sexist, or homophobic, but then pull out the card of, oh, he's a mate and not here to defend himself, when somebody brings up the racist, sexist, and homophobic comments of Nick Ferrari. That I would tune in to listen to. I'm the Shredder, that's my opinion, and fuck the Tories.